You know what? Let me find a cord for it so we don't run out of battery mid, you know what I'm trying to say. Boys and girls, action, action, action.
Where am I? What is this place?
Uh-oh.
He's alive. Alive! I have created life. There. That will make you feel better. A toast. In celebration. I have made a man.
Frankenstein from the Eyes of the Monster. Released exclusively in PAL territories. Or I think in the PAL territory. Very...
My hand. It's... Good God. It's the hand of a woman. What has this vile bastard done to me?
Very interesting game.
You can stand, and you're walking. No residual dizziness. Excellent. Can you hear me?
That might be better.
Anything? Perhaps you can read lips. No. You must be able to hear. Perhaps the cat's got your tongue. You've no idea how close to the truth that statement is.
It's a really interesting Frankenstein performance by Tim Curry here.
I remember I was hung, put to death, and now, in a laboratory? I'm an experiment. Of course, how fitting. This place thick with evil, this mad doctor.
Me being like a veteran of... This is something of a purist with the form here. I don't like to talk over cutscenes.
I have created life, proving once again what I have always known to be true. Modesty be damned! I am a genius!
Really interesting performance as Victor Frankenstein here. It's certainly not out of Tim Curry's wheelhouse to kind of cue the scenery here, and I think that's what you bring him in for. Certainly, I wouldn't want an understated performance from Tim Curry in an FMV adventure game as Dr. Frankenstein. But, I mean, it's been a while since I read the book. But if I recall correctly...
Ah, yes. That is the reason you and I are having this conversation, Philip. The sole reason is because of Energy L. Well, to be specific, Energy L and the Lifestone crystal, of course. Now, gently put it back on the shelf. Obviously, there's more to this crystal than the doctor wants me to know. I'll examine it again later, when he is more deeply into his work.
Actually, I think what I'm going to do is examine it right now. Now, what you don't get to see, fair viewer, is the process that it took to figure out the first thing you're supposed to do. Not the first thing you're supposed to do, but one thing you are supposed to do in this game.
Like a parachute.
Is to make a little parachute with the crystal and then throw it out of the window.
It's caught an updraft. It's going to go over the wall.
Now, I only know this because of having played this game before. When you kind of fuck around in this room for a good while, you eventually kind of stumble upon just that as like the one thing you can really do at this point in the game. I don't like the way that this game is laid out to start, because there's like, you can do that. There's a way you can get Dr. Frankenstein to shoot you, also, if you just keep picking up the crystal and showing it to him. He'll be like, put that back. No, I said put it back. No, put it back. And then he shoots you with a gun. If I recall correctly, and this is a...
The servants have set up a room for you on the lower level. Please make yourself at home. A word of caution. Though you have had a serious concussion, to say the least, if you were to fall asleep, well, it would probably be fatal. Of course, dying itself is not a problem, but the hemorrhaging, it could cause more damage to your brain.
Interesting threat there. The idea that even if it's not worth it to die because he will bring me back to life, and it's just gonna suck worse. Anyway, if I recall correctly, in the original book, God, why did it take me that long to remember that word?
That looks like a vastly improved version of that Russian scientist Tesla's lightning coil.
In the book, he's like, kind of, I mean, he's a little bit... Sorry, I want to go find the bag first. In the book, he's like reticent. He's like, what have I done? You know, I've done this terrible thing, and then it's this hubris. You know, it's this story of he's the modern Prometheus, right? Yeah, and he's kind of regretful. Maybe not regretful, but he certainly is not as boastful as Tim Curry's Dr. Frankenstein is. Anyway, I was playing this game a couple of nights ago with some friends, and this is a really interestingly infuriating video game here. In that, in order to really do anything of substance, you know, in a typical adventure game, this is a Myst-like, I would think, and famously didn't need this, or infamously didn't need this. But you need to be able to hold stuff and move stuff around. And what do you need for that? You need a bag. And the only way to get a bag is that you have to climb down this rope here. You have to make it to the dining room. You can explore a hell of a lot of space in this game without doing this, without like breaking the like statue thing. Oh wait, I don't want to go down yet, or do I? Did I go back up? Where am I? Hold on. Oh no, okay. So I think I have to... I don't know that I have to recognize that I can use the desk. There's a desk here.
If I steal the parts to do my own experiment, I could conduct it here away from the doctor and prove once and for all if Energy L is real or if I'm dead, trapped forever in this hell.
Energy L was what the crystal was made of.
Sick. This room reeks of human waste.
I believe this door is locked. I know how to get a key. I don't know that we're going to get the key in this video, but we might, who knows. how far I can get. But I was playing this game with some friends the other night, and it is truly infuriating how much of, like, the first part of the building, the castle, I suppose, as it were, you can explore, while like the bag that you need to hold things is in a completely different part of the castle. To find the bag, what you have to do is get that rope, and we could do stuff before finding the bag. Like I could show you what this game offers outside the bag. I think it's up there. I think this is the middle one. There's a small one there. Oh, maybe the small one's over at the top one. I suppose that would make sense. And then it's the medium one. It's at the bottom. There we go. But there's a problem. Basically, to anything that you do in the first part of the castle, which is that room we were just in, and then going down the stairs, you can go further down the stairs to find your bedroom. You go into there, you can find like a key, you can find like crystals in...
So, tired. Must keep exploring. Can't sleep or I may never wake.
See, that's kind of interesting in the characterization of the creature here. Because there are other instances where it seems like he kind of wants to die. I don't know what his point of proving
Leftovers.
the energy L thing is.
Starving.
Anyway, there are... Well, here, let me demonstrate for you what kind of the issue is with trying to progress anywhere. So I can tell you right now we need this turkey leg.
Dead tissue. I have no way to carry it.
I have no way to carry it. There are other places where he'll say, if only I had a bag. And, but you can't get E-bag. Now here's the bag.
Yes, this will certainly come in handy.
So here we have the bag. And now we can play the game. What is it? The doctor walks in... Yeah. There it is. I'm gonna go pick up my turkey leg first, if I can. Maybe I have to talk to him.
Dead tissue. The meal was quite good. Too bad you missed it. Eat what's left.
Anyway, now that I have the bag, I can put the chicken leg in the bag, and there's something here. My goodness, it is not easy to read this. I'm frustrated at being unable to find an antibacterial thread. This black line infection is proving to be a greater problem than bringing back the dead. Oh god, I have uncovered several large pieces of the black infection. I'm not even reading, I'm not even parsing what I'm reading here. I'm focusing just on being able to get the words out, which oddly enough seems to grow through the tissue like fuzzy spaghetti. I knew that one because we thought that was a funny phrase. Because we read this the other night. It almost acts like a parasite. I don't know what the fuck that is, although I am sure it is a bacterium of some kind. It almost acts like a parasitic germ? Worm? Although I'm sure it is a bacterium of some kind. Okay. I am not doing any more reading. I'll go without. I'll go without. Ton of reading in this game. All of it in that cursive. Dr. Frankenstein's handwriting is not suitable for a cathode ray tube television. What the Sansui Corporation produced, you know, I don't know who the hell Sansui is. I've had this television for a hot second. It hasn't really done me too wrong, but it is not up to the test of reading the handwriting of Dr. Frankenstein.
Locked.
You get a lot of those too. So now I'm trying to find the key, which really means I'm trying to find my way back through to the room where we started. Because if you'd like, you can get really fucking lost in this game. There we go. This is the room. Yeah, it's not that tapestry, it's this one. Okay. Gotta go up the ladder. I assume we're at the bottom of the ladder. But go up. And then we go to the rope. And then we go up. This is raucous commentary here, I know. Anyway, so let this prove to be kind of... If you didn't think to immediately go out this door, not just out this door, it doesn't seem too unintuitive, because you go out here and it's like, oh, there's balls. Well, we put the cannonball in the Rube Goldberg machine and then it takes that thing down. And then, I will say the other thing, when I was playing this the other night with my friends, the animation for grabbing the rope did not play. Like, that object just didn't appear as something movable, so we didn't recognize it as something you could move. Maybe if that had happened, it wouldn't feel so, like, unintuitive. But, anyway, that does not... Makes me feel that this is just not a particularly great... A particularly well, like, thought out game, maybe I should say. I believe I can pick up that. Yeah, put that down there so I can keep going down the steps. That's the walking down the steps sound effect. I love this frost here.
The frost has sealed the door shut.
There's just some frost. Oh, this is creepy. We got like a head here.
What? What is this? What could be the purpose? Research, of course. That bastard.
You can mess around with the wires here, connect them to different things. Too. If these are hooked up to the... Maybe there's something else I could get it hooked up to. Maybe I could put the... Oop. Oh, that's pretty
Perhaps muscles could be attached to machinery to create... What am I thinking? Sick. This place is filled with things no man should ever see.
I'll put like the turkey leg on the hot plate here, on this plate. Does that work? Is that gonna work? to know. Hey, that was pretty cool. I made that arm move. Can I take the... It's kind of unclear what's where. Yeah, it seems like the animation for having picked up the wire is kind of inconsistent. I'm just going to go ahead and assume we don't need to do anything with that at the moment. We can come back to that later. There we go. Here's our key. Okay. Hopefully this key does more than just like one thing. I'm really... Oh. Creature, can we put it in the bag? Instead of making a single large crystal, I could take the walls of I could line the walls of a box with many small lifestone crystals. I could then attempt to resurrect larger test subjects, such as dogs or small children, by placing them in the box. B.F. Skinner has eaten my dinner. Okay, well I can't leave the room. So, oh, maybe I put the key in here? Put the key in here. Nope. This is just like can't get a good look at that thing. Okay, it just opens that door.
This room is so small.
I believe that's the same door open sound
Suffocating.
as in Mist, I want to say. Cabinet there.
It's as if I'm being watched.
Yeah, I wonder where somebody would be watching from. Okay, so my vague recollection of having found a key.
I see you found a way into your bedroom. By the way, in case you don't remember, you were the victim of a hanging. The villagers fell upon you like a pack of hungry wolves, tearing you limb from limb. Not your lucky day. Luckily, I had some spare parts that I used as replacements. After all, parts is parts. Thank God.
And this seems to be his role in this game, is just sort of like making fun of you. And it's fun, I enjoy it. I'm going to save here, because I'm going to get lost in this dungeon. But at the very least now I have a bag. Again, I thought that key... No, not okay. That key was limited only to that room. I was hoping that that key might open... Oh man, there's a lot. Okay, I'm already lost. Already completely lost my bearings. Go here, we can see into... Nope. Can we look through that? Okay, so that's the room we were just in. Somewhere there's a ladder. Eagle-eyed viewers will recognize that this is pretty similar to the little section we had to traverse before we got the bag. To the left here. Okay, I found this panel. I don't know what this panel means. And I got stuck basically walking back and forth between here and that panel for a solid like 20 minutes. And it was a lot of fun. It's just, you know, it's always a party here in Frankenstein. And so if it seems like I'm being a bit methodical here, this is why. Because I have been lost before here, and I don't want to get lost again here. Oh, I can go down this. Okay, so I can turn left. Turn to the right, that's wall. Or sorry, turn to the left, that's wall. We turn to the right, that is also wall. We continue forward. I'm going to go ahead and just guess it's wall to the left and the right, but we can never be so certain. Another major criticism that I have of this particular video game is that it is sometimes a little bit arbitrary where your clicks lead you. Okay, now we have a ladder. And is there anything else I can do? I'll admit I'm gonna skip. If I'm skipping something, I'm skipping something. I fucking hate this section. Anyway. Now here I am on a lower floor. Okay. I'm gonna follow this corridor all the way to its terminus. And okay, well that would be the terminus that was promised. And we'll keep walking until we get back to the ladder. And this is really just an attempt to not completely lose my bearings here. Okay, I come to a corridor. Come to the end of that hallway. We turn left. No, we cannot. We can turn right. Continue. Can we turn left? No. And we find a fire. But we cannot progress towards the fire. Presumably because it is hot, I would think. Did the hand change there for a second? Like here? I was just say. And we don't get like a quip from the monster here. So don't get to know, or rather what the creature, I should say, I should not call him a monster. And, you know, I know he's not real, but I still think I ought to show basic dignity to him, given that I am controlling him. Okay. Here we are at the top of the ladder. Well, this is... okay. I don't have a name for that room. Call it like the big green thing room. Okay, this is another room. A lot of these rooms look very similar, I should say. Okay, here we can look into the bedroom, if we so choose. I think. If we would like. Look into the room there. This game is a little bit frustrating because that's perfectly creepy. I might even say that's a great detail. I like that detail. It's a really good detail. And this game is, if we use the systems theory, at the macro level, at the overarching level of everything, I think it is a very interesting concept. And at the micro level, they do some interesting work. Like, they really, I think it's a very interesting game. Like, it's, no, that's not what I meant to say. There are a lot of neat details, I should say. There's a lot of ideas in here that are evocative and make you feel, and are downright scary, downright creepy. And we can go up this ladder. And then there's a lot of bullshit. Also, for whatever reason, it just feels like it doesn't stick the landing that it could here. I wonder, is this all I can do? Is this a dead end? Well, I really wanted that not to be a dead end. I really wanted to be able to find something here. Oh, but I can still go up the ladder. I was not at the end of the ladder. So can I look into the laboratory? I believe I can get into the laboratory. If I open the door. Yeah, here I am behind the bookshelf. Do I want to do that? No. Because I know there is more to find down here. Not necessarily in this hallway. Actually, I can guarantee you not in this hallway, because we've exhausted that hallway. But let us continue. I know that there is like a wire or a hanger or a crowbar or something that I tried to get the other day. And I just, cannot get ye flask. Situation there. This is where I don't have a phenomenal sense of spatial navigation in my day-to-day life. I'm better than some. I'm worse than many. So that's the ladder we have to go up. But I say that all to say that we should not be too shocked to learn that I'm prone to getting lost in this section, given how easily I get lost in other situations. And I think we're just going down the hallway to the bedroom again. If I go down this way, let me try. I don't think these are just walls. Here, that's a wall. That's not a wall. That is a wall, though. Okay, that's where I came in. Nope. Wait, is this? Okay. Go this way. We got a wall to our left. And a wall to our right. I may have already done this. When I say that at the meso level, the actual kind of, sinew and mortar that connects this game takes all of these interesting ideas and combines them with the pretty good concept, that's where this experience just falls onto its face a tad bit. A tad bit is actually probably... I won't say a tad bit. I will say a tad bit. I will say that a tad bit, it is certainly competent. It's imperfect. I'm sure that's important, but I have no frame of reference for what it means. We want to go this way. I think I just continue down this way until I reach this point at which there's either I can go forward or I can go to the left. If I go to the left, I go down here, we look at that room, and I believe if I continue on this way it will take me to where I entered. No. Nope. Indeed. Okay. Here we are back in the bedroom. There's something creepy. I mean, it's chilling. It is. I imagine playing this late at night. You know, with the sound turned up, the lights in the room turned off. That could give a man some chills. I like that this is pretty much explicitly an adaptation of the novel. How many games are there that are just like adaptations of a novel, not even adaptations of like the film adaptation of a novel? There are not many. You got like the Nancy Drew series of video games probably in there. This takes me outside. And see, here's like there's like a box there. Oh, here's some crates. There's the crates. Okay. Oh, and I click on the crates. I'm like, let's look at the crates. Anything in the crates? He can't look in the crates. You can't look at that big green coffin thing either in that one room. You just can't. You just can't examine it. For whatever reason, it's like we will not allow you to train your eyes on that. You can look at it askance, but you cannot look at it, which is very annoying.
I just hope, Philip, that you turn out better than the last experiment. The flesh grew so uncontrollably thick and twisted, like pork butt. You look confused. Actually, you look dazed, but dazed is good. It's still early for you, Philip.
Philip is a character's name. I suppose I should refer to him by that name.
As you see on this board, the energy spectrum contains a narrow band of energy which is the essence of life, energy L. It interacts with cells and tissue in ways I cannot yet explain, but you are evidence of its remarkable powers.
I think that's enough for today.